city of Madison moves closer to preventing a food desert along the Park Street corridor.
Plus, we'll break down the state's agreement on how to spend more than $30 million it received in an opioid lawsuit.
And 2 months from Election Day, we're putting an attack ad by Senator Ron Johnson through a News 3 Now reality check. It's all coming up right now at 10. Thanks for joining us. The city of Madison one step closer to preventing the South Side from becoming a food desert.
Officials are finalizing negotiations with a new full-service grocery store to open at the Truman Olsen project as soon as next year. Armand Rahman spoke to one of the alders on what he hopes will bring relief to residents.
Eric and Charlotte, because the Pick and Save over here is closing, the new grocery store is set to go right over here, a requirement for the developers of the 150-unit affordable housing project. The initial grocer backed out last year, so the city hopes the new Mourers Market can save Southsiders from traveling miles to get fruits and vegetables.
South Madison residents in general have been asking who is the new grocery.
The answer to that, according to 13th Ward Alder Tag Evers, could be Mourers Urban Market, a 24,000 square foot full-service grocery store.
That's roughly the same size as Pick and Save. So it'll be a full service in that you'll be able to get the types of items that you would get at Pick and Save, and at a similar price point.
It's set to open on the ground floor of the Truman Olsen Affordable Housing Project on Cedar and Park Street, and not a moment too soon.
Everybody was very cooperative, realizing what was at stake.
What's at stake is the South Side becoming a food desert.
That people would not have to go to a gas station or to a Quick Trip to get food for dinner.
The Pick and Save across Cedar Street is the only grocery store in South Madison, and it's closing soon. The nearest Hy-Vee, Target, or Pick and Save is a 10-minute drive away at least.
And South Madison has a high number of lower income residents, and it's just a major equity issue that if folks here would have to travel a long distance to be able to purchase their grocery items, their food and other items that they need for daily living.
Last year, Luna's Groceries backed out due to the scale and timeline of the Truman Olsen development. Evers says Madison native Christy Moorer was one of the others interested in the space.
We negotiated with Pick and Save and Kroger's and the folks that own the property, Welton Enterprises. They agreed to hold off until we could get this worked out.
Now relief is in sight that Southsiders will keep having access to fresh produce, meat, and more.
It's a really good day for South Madison.
Now, the city of Madison still has to complete purchasing the grocery store space from the Truman Olsen developers, which they'll then lease to Maurer. They expect that to be done by the end of this year, and Evers says he believes the store could open in the first half of 2023.
1, 2, 3.
Next at 10 on State Street tonight, the final night market of the year. And as the event was kicking off, a special ribbon-cutting ceremony for the first ever Rainbow Street crossing at the top of State Street, honoring and celebrating the city's LGBTQ community.
To have that level of exposure and a reminder to everyone that Madison is an inclusive place, I think is really important.
The city says this project would not have been possible without the dedication of the Friends of the Madison Arts Commission, who have raised the funds to make this project possible.
We'll take a look over the state capitol tonight. Another beautiful early September day. We're keeping an eye on the weekend, though. Some rain set to move in. Let's turn things over to meteorologist Chris Reese, our certified most accurate forecast. Chris?
Another beautiful early September day. I mean, you nailed it with that description. Weather has been phenomenal today. We had a lot of sunshine. Temperatures topped out into the 80s. We're now at 72 with clear skies. I can even see some of the stars. We're out here in the lights, but still you see some stars. We'll jump down into the 60s, headed into the overnight hours. In fact, we should bottom out right around 60. So getting ready for the bus stop tomorrow morning. Look for temperatures into the upper 50s, right around 60. And we're going to see another warm afternoon tomorrow with temperatures into the 80s. One thing I'm watching, though, you see the raindrops on radar. That's to our north and west. That eventually plays a big role in our weekend weather. I mean, we could be talking about washout conditions, especially as we start to move into parts of your Sunday. There's a lot going on this weekend, and a lot of it involves being outdoors. That being said, my big push for you is to develop that game plan. I always preach being proactive, not reactive when it comes to the weather. So think about what you can do now to be prepared for rain if you have outdoor plans moving into the weekend. Another thing that happens tomorrow night, We've got high school football. Your final drive forecast is coming up a little later. The big question, will you beat the rain or will showers impact the football game? I have that answer coming up.
The bottom line is more Dane County residents than ever before are dying from drug poisoning. And just one pill laced with fentanyl or another synthetic opioid can kill. Medication.
Dane County leaders today announcing a new $740 million incentive aimed at combating the growing opioid and fentanyl epidemic. The initiative, part of Dane County Executive Joe Parisi's 2023 budget proposal. He says the Harm Reduction and Prevention Act calls for partnering with community groups to more widely distribute Narcan, but also fentanyl test strips. It'll also help fund new efforts to educate the community about the dangers of those drugs. Today, the state finally agreed on a plan to spend $31 million. It won in an opioid lawsuit. After weeks of delay, the state's Republican-controlled Budget Committee approved a plan, but with some changes.
Republicans included more spending for law enforcement, which is different from the plan Evers' Department of Health Services had initially submitted. Reporter Will Keneally has more.
Unfortunately, Josh Paul and Tony Evers continues to turn their back on law enforcement and does not want to work with these key people in public safety in our communities.
That's why Republicans say they held up funds the state won in an opioid lawsuit. They say the plan from the Evers Health Services Department did not take into account law enforcement.
There was nothing targeted for that in this plan. There is something very specifically targeted for that, and as the sheriff talked about, they can and will do great work with that.
Republicans moved money from K-12 addiction prevention, family support centers, and building improvements to create a law enforcement grant. That money can go towards local law enforcement initiatives like addiction treatment in jails, for example. Despite the change, Democrats still voted for the plan, saying they want this money to be spent right away.
Someone to pass this, get the money out the door today. Just get it to where it needs to be.
Democrats had previously criticized Republicans for waiting to disperse the money. That included Dane County Sheriff Calvin Barrett.
We need a proactive approach and not a continuous reactive approach. As the Dane County Sheriff, I'm here to say that we will not arrest our way out of this opioid pandemic, and we need help.
And that was Will Keneally reporting. The funding is part of a $400 million settlement Wisconsin won in an opioid suit. The state itself received $31 million this year. As part of the suit, cities and counties will also receive funding, but the goal was to agree on a state plan first so they could work their budgets around it.
Around the state, the man accused of killing a teenager and injuring 4 others while they were tubing earlier this summer pleads not guilty in court. 52-year-old Nikolai Mayu is charged with first-degree intentional homicide and 4 counts of attempted homicide. Authorities say he attacked a group of tubers on the Apple River in July, killing 17-year-old Isaac Schumann, injuring 4 others. Mayu claims he was attacked and that he acted in self-defense. A warning tonight for the Department of Transportation. They say more messages like this one have been sent out recently in a phishing scheme impersonating the DMV. The messages claim the recipient is entitled to fee refunds with a link to claim that money. People should not click that link or even reply to the text.
If you're planning on attending this Saturday's UW Badger football game, be sure to check out this map. The university is planning a stripe out. Each section of the stadium has been assigned either red or white to help coordinate the fully striped look in the Stadium Bowl. Fans sitting in the student section should wear all white. Saturday's game kicks off at 2:30 against the Washington State Cougars. And up in Green Bay, the Packers are trying something new this year, offering standing room only tickets. Each ticket will cost $89 plus fees and will be available in limited quantities for each home game. The Packers kick off the regular season this Sunday against the Minnesota Vikings in Minneapolis. NASA says it has 2 new dates in mind for the next attempt at launching its massive new moon rocket on an uncrewed test mission. They are September 23rd or September 27th. It comes after 2 scrubbed launches last week over technical issues caused by leaking fuel.
We are taking a live look outside Buckingham Palace in London. It's about 4:10 a.m. there right now. All day today, a large crowd was gathered there following the announced passing of Queen Elizabeth II. A formal notice announcing her death was placed at the gates of Buckingham Palace earlier this evening. The notice read, quote, "The Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and the Queen Consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow." Condolences Condolences and vigils piling up around the globe. In Washington, the National Cathedral's bell tolling 96 times. Flags at the U.S. Capitol are also at half-staff in remembrance of the Queen. Queen Elizabeth's passing ends an historic reign. The 96-year-old died 70 years after taking the throne.
Her son, Prince Charles, automatically became king. His official coronation could be months away after a period of mourning for the Queen. CBS's Ian Lee is outside Buckingham Palace with more.
The crowd sang the British national anthem, many remembering their 96-year-old monarch. For most, she was the only one they'd ever known.
I thought she was fantastic, a role model for everybody, and never put a foot wrong, did she?
It's one of them things you never believe is going to happen. It's quite upsetting, really. You know, start feeling in your stomach, you don't really know what to say.
Buckingham Palace said in a statement that the Queen died peacefully at Balmoral, her summer castle in Scotland. She was surrounded by family, including her son, now King Charles III.
How is her family coming together?
73-year-old King Charles is more outspoken than his mother and has spent years championing the fight against climate change. People magazine's editor-in-chief Wendy Noggle says the monarchy may begin to look different.
Everyone in the royal family was preparing for this because they had been taking on more of the Queen's royal duties. Now they're really going to be putting their own stamp on it.
The Queen's final public appearance came on Tuesday when she appointed Britain's new Prime Minister, Liz Truss.
Queen Elizabeth II was the rock on which modern Britain was built.
The Queen is expected to remain in Scotland over the weekend before being flown to London, where the public can pay respects. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
King Charles III is returning to London tomorrow to make his first televised address. And check this out. As crowds gathered in rain-swept London, the clouds suddenly parted, revealing a double rainbow above Buckingham Palace. Approximately 20 minutes later, that's when the palace issued a statement announcing Queen Elizabeth had passed away. Still ahead tonight, your updated forecast, including the latest on this weekend's rain chances.
Plus, our first reality check of the 2022 campaign season, breaking down a recent ad hitting the airwaves. Stay with us.
My Blake dining set, table and 6 chairs, or table, 4 chairs and bench in 3 finishes, in dining height or counter height. With Bob's discount, only $5.99. Now, how am I going to tie my shoes?
Get Bob's discount!
In this blistering Wisconsin heat, imagine not being able to cool yourself by simply pressing a button. It may seem easy to imagine for 60 seconds, but for many, it's a reality they can't ignore after that minute is up. Families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling in the scorching heat of summer, and those are just the ones we know about. A hot summer day is not simply uncomfortable for them. It can be deadly. If you have the means to help, please consider offering a hand up. No matter the amount, every dollar helps. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one in Wisconsin deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Join us at the state capitol for the 2022 Rally for Recovery on Saturday, September 10th. Celebrate and support recovery from substance use and addiction. Recovery is for everyone. Support healing, eliminate stigma, connect with others, explore hobbies to support your recovery. Enjoy free pizza and a live DJ. Free Narcan available. Plus, kids areas, giveaways, and free beverages. We hope to see you there. For more info on the 2022 Rally for Recovery, please visit the Wisconsin Voices Facebook page or wisconsinvoicesforrecovery.org.
Look, we knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie. I'll make sure our police have the resources and training they need to keep our communities safe. And that our communities have the resources to stop crime before it happens. I'll bring back manufacturing. And I'll pass a middle-class tax cut. And if that's too scary for Washington, then so be it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Check out my Playscape 2-piece sectional. The $12.99 price tag makes it great. The 2 colors and 5 decorative pillows makes it greater. The comfy pop-up sleeper with Bobapedic memory foam makes it greater.
Get Bob's discount!
greater rrr.
Do you remember me? This is the first day of my show. I hope my fans feel on top of the world by the time they leave the Jennifer Hudson show.
Jennifer Hudson, weekdays at 3, starting September 12th.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. New tonight, a conservative activist in Wisconsin making his first court appearance today on voter fraud charges. 68-year-old Harry Waite of Racine County has been charged with 2 counts of election fraud, 2 counts of unauthorized use of an individual's personal identifying information. Waite was caught requesting absentee ballots for 2 other individuals without their authorization. Steve Bannon, a longtime ally of former President Trump, surrendered to New York authorities today to face charges of money laundering, conspiracy, and scheming to defraud donors who wanted to build a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. Outside the courthouse, Bannon called the charges political ahead of the 2022 midterm elections. Less than 2 months ago, Bannon was also convicted of contempt of Congress for refusing to cooperate with the January 6th committee investigating the attack on the Capitol.
As the state turns toward the November election, ads are starting to hit the airwaves, and ads targeting crime, a big issue for Republicans, are among them. A recent attack ad from the Ron Johnson campaign targets Mandela Barnes on his stances on defunding the police and abolishing ICE. Political reporter Will Keneally has this reality check.
The ad was released by Ron Johnson's campaign and the National Republican Senatorial Committee.
Mandela Barnes would eagerly join their squad.
And it ties Mandela Barnes to the Squad, which is some of the most liberal members of Congress, including Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. It says Barnes and the Squad want to abolish ICE and defund the police in the face of rising crime. And the claim is a little complicated. It stems from this picture where Mandela Barnes is holding an Abolish ICE shirt from the Democratic Socialists of America.
Barnes wanted to abolish ICE.
The claim is close, but needs a little clarification. Barnes does not say that he wants to abolish ICE, but he does say that he wants comprehensive reform to immigration and border control. This sets him apart from other Democrats, like Wisconsin's Mark Pocan, for example, who clearly say that they want to abolish ICE.
The Socialist Squad is leading the charge to defund our police.
For his part, Barnes says he wants to give the police more tools to do their job, like more training and using social workers for some calls.
No surprise, crime is on the rise.
That's true for some crimes. Homicides and car thefts have risen dramatically since 2019, according to data from the Department of Justice. Other crimes like burglaries have decreased slightly in recent years. So where does this come from? A recent Marquette poll shows that crime is a top issue among Republican voters. So this could be in an effort to drive Republican turnout. With this reality check, I'm Will Keneally.
Johnson and Barnes will face each other on November 8th.
Former Wisconsin Supreme Court Justice Dan Kelly, who served for 4 years before losing election in 2020, announced today he will run for an open spot on the court next year. Kelly, a conservative, joins 2 liberals who have previously announced their candidacies. Those are Dane County Circuit Judge Everett Mitchell and Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Janet Prostakowicz. The top 2 vote getters in February primary will advance to the April election.
And meteorologist Chris Reese joins us now. And I don't know if you know this, but there's a big green blob behind you on that screen there. What is going on?
I will tell you, I chose the bow tie with intentionality today.
To match? Okay.
Yes, because there's a lot of green that we're going to be talking about going into the weekend. And so this big green blob that you're talking about, this is actually the excessive rainfall outlook as we move towards Saturday. So Saturday within itself, we have a marginal risk for excessive rainfall. Tomorrow, we'll likely see some yellow in here because there's a slight risk of excessive rainfall as we start to move towards your Sunday as well. We up the ante there, but nonetheless, some heavy rain is going to be on the way. Your weekend forecast, you're talking about the showers arriving late Saturday. Temperatures on Saturday will be a little bit warmer. We'll top out right around 78, but by Sunday, 65, and I went optimistic on the warmth there, but 65. Some of the models try to keep the temperatures in the 50s on Saturday or on Sunday. I don't buy that just yet, but will be fairly chilly, and a lot of heavy rain will certainly work its way into town. A live look outside now, still beautiful. High resolution radar still giving us a clean sweep, and it'll do that for today and most, if not all, of tomorrow as well. But you see here showers and thunderstorms just to the north and west. This is where I've been paying attention to a cold front. In fact, we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings throughout parts of eastern South Dakota at this point. I'm not anticipating severe weather, by the way. We're going to get a lot of rain. The severe threat a little lower out of this one, but let's go ahead and show it to you. Here's this cold front. It's just back to our north and west. The closer that cold front gets to town, the more cloud cover we're going to see and the more showers we're going to see. The issue, this cold front is very slow moving. I mean, it was in the same spot yesterday. So the slower moving this cold front is, the more rainfall we end up dealing with. And here's how the storms begin to play out for us. This is tomorrow, 6:30. You're traveling up to the cabin. Yeah, you're probably going to run into some showers tomorrow afternoon and evening. Just keep that in mind. Watch this though. This is now Saturday. The front barely really moved during that time, but you see it getting farther and farther to the south and east, eventually right on top of us. And look at all the moisture, all the heavy rain, the brighter colors that begin to show up as that front begins to work its way on through. That being said, the answer to your question earlier, final drive, the forecast game of the week, Southwestern and Eastern Dubuque Co-op at Belleville. I'm expecting you to stay pleasant. Some clouds may begin to move in, but we're in the 80s and 70s, falling down to 68 by the end of the game. The rain should hold off. You do get through the game staying dry there. Badger football, we're in the 60s most of the time, and we could begin to see some showers developing, especially by the end of that game. So we're really watching it. Here's 5:30 on Saturday. You see the showers starting to move into the picture, and then that heavy rain really starts to move in during the overnight hours Saturday and into parts of your Sunday. So really watch the high water potential by Sunday morning. We'll dry out by Tuesday because that rain sticks around Monday too. Temperatures warm up a little bit into the 70s for the rest of the week.
And coming up in sports, the Badger men now know who's standing in their way to a second straight Big Ten title. The tough stretch they have to get through in January. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The 2023 Ford F-150 trucks are coming, meaning more ways to haul, tow, go, and do, and with more ways than ever to make it your own. Plus, if you order now, you'll lock in your price and lock in your rate. Do more in a 2023 Ford F-150. Custom order yours today. Lock in 2.9 for 60 and get 500 retail order bonus cash when you order a Ford F-150. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
It's time for new energy-efficient replacement windows from Champion.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Don't sweat over high energy bills. Stay comfortable in your home all year long. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
I'm a Gainiac, check my drawers. My clothes smell so much fresher than before.
Try Gain Flings and you'll be a Gainiac too. The only detergent with OxyBoost and Febreze.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe. Just 1 dose starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through with Vicks DayQuil Severe. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine.
Hey, Dad, I'm almost out.
I got you.
Any questions, Chris?
All good. Thanks, Maura. There you go. 1 new inhaler.
Nice. Did you get my refill, too?
Maybe.
There you go, sir.
You're a lifesaver.
So nice day.
Healthier is managing all your family's prescriptions in one app. CVS Pharmacy. Healthier happens together.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the extended Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit Firm, now only $299.99. Or save up to $200 on our Denver Mattress brand lineup. Score 2 Doctor's Choice pillows for only $69.99, plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
It's the premier event for sheep raisers and wool producers, and it's right here in the 608. Tomorrow, Josh Sprider learns what the Wisconsin Sheep and Wool Festival is all about.
And will the rain impact your weekend plans? Tune in tomorrow from 4:30 to 7.
The road to repeat as Big Ten regular season champs officially starts December 6th against Maryland for the Wisconsin men. Today, the Badgers released their conference schedule, and the month of January could make or break their chances. UW has a 7-day stretch where they play at Illinois, host Michigan State, then go to Indiana. And then the game everyone is circling is on Valentine's Day, when Juwan Howard and Michigan return to the Kohl Center for the first time since their scuffle. Stoughton prides itself on playing tough physical football, but that's not the only thing Jason Becker is teaching to his team. Becker's big thing is having his Vikings use their platform for good in their community as a way to give back.
There we go.
Tough is in their name.
We're a tough and physical football team.
Like you mean it, Cam? There it is.
But tough football players aren't the only thing Jason Becker is building at Stoughton.
We're not here just, you know, for those 4 years of high school. It's something that we want to be able to build stewards within our community and beyond.
Set, go.
Earlier this season, the Vikings traded in their helmets.
Oh yeah, I've never done like any paving or anything like that.
For shovels.
There was a family that had made a post on the neighborhood page about needing some help unloading some pavers off of a truck, and I thought, well, geez, you know, what a better opportunity than, you know, offering up the help of the football team.
And helped install a wheelchair-accessible path.
Originally, we were going to just be moving the stuff for the path, and then we got there and we realized that they needed a little bit more help, so we kind of just took it under our wing and did the whole path ourselves.
A job well done. A way to give back to their community.
You run the bubble, okay?
Because Stone's not the biggest community, so like if we just have each other's backs, I feel like it'll just make the community even better. When we get back to the community wants to give back to us. They want to watch our games. They have a reason to go. So it's kind of just a win-win situation.
And a skill Becker hopes his team takes with them. Don't forget to nominate your coach to be our next Coach of the Week. Just head to the sports page on our website and fill out that nomination form. Brewers playing 2 today against the Giants. Tied at 1 in the 4th in Game 1, and Hunter Renfroe reaches out and pokes one, and it ends up bouncing over the wall for a ground rule double. That scores Christian Yelich to give Milwaukee the lead. And Corbin Burns took it from there. He went 8 innings, allowing 1 run while striking out 14. Brewers win 2-1. They'd win Game 2 4-2. We're back after this.
And now Renfroe down the left.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Migraine attacks? You can't always avoid triggers like stress. Qulipta can help prevent migraine attacks. You can't prevent what's going on outside. That's why Qulipta helps what's going on inside. Qulipta is a pill, gets right to work to prevent migraine attacks and keeps them away over time. Qulipta blocks CGRP, a protein believed to be a cause of migraine attacks. Qulipta is a preventive treatment for episodic migraine. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and tiredness. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Qulipta.
This is an important legal alert. Under a new law, if you or a loved one lived or worked at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987, you or they may have been exposed to toxic water and may be entitled to financial compensation. Surviving members can file claims, and this will not negatively affect eligibility for VA disability benefits. Call now for a free case evaluation.
Call the firm voted best. Hupy and Abraham, 800-800-5678, right now.
Join us at the state capitol for the 2022 Rally for Recovery on Saturday, September 10th. Celebrate and support recovery from substance use and addiction. Recovery is for everyone. Support healing, eliminate stigma, connect with others, explore hobbies to support your recovery. Enjoy free pizza and a live DJ. Free Narcan available. Plus, kids areas, giveaways, and free beverages. We hope to see you there. For more info on the 2022 Rally for Recovery, please visit the Wisconsin Voices Facebook page or wisconsinvoicesforrecovery.org.
Dear road rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan that covers tire rotations, engine oil changes, fluid adjustments, and more for 2 years or 25,000 miles. Nissan charges extra for maintenance. And you guessed it, Ford charges extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Too bad none of our rivals do the same. Join us, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
I am crushing this to-do list.
Let me see. Smart home upgrade? Home gym?
Check.
Well, what about the windows?
Cross something important off your list. With energy-efficient windows for just $129 a month, now is the perfect time to get your home ready for fall. And keep some cash in your pocket.
Windows for $129 a month and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally, tonight, you could own a piece of American history. Nearly 100 personal items of the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg are up for auction. The items being offered include some rare signature pieces from Justice Ginsburg's fashion collection, such as 2 pairs of her lace gloves, one of her favorite shawls, and this beaded gilt collar necklace. The auction is live now on bonhams.com. It ends on September 16th. The proceeds will benefit SOS Children's Villages, an organization that cares for foster children or those who are at risk of losing their parents.
And meteorologist Chris Reese joins us one last time with a final look at the forecast.
We have another great day in store. That is tomorrow, but then the rain chances will be on the increase by Saturday afternoon. Sunday looks like a washout.
All right, Chris, thank you. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.